Hey there, for the first time in 2 months, mortgage interest rates dipped below 3%. This marks the third consecutive week of declining interest rates. This could increase homebuyer demand as buyers try to lock in historically low interest rates before they potentially increase again. Here's the question. Since interest rates are once again below 3%, should you take advantage of these low interest rates and buy a house right now, or should you wait? Whether to buy right now or to wait is a super common question I get. People want to know, is now a good time to buy? Current mortgage interest rates are not too much higher than the record low of 2.7% that was set in January earlier this year. These low interest rates help reduce your mortgage payment and also increase your purchasing power. On the other hand, the available houses for sale are at an all-time low. That creates bidding wars here in Orange County. For example, home prices in California shattered our old record and reached an all-time high last month. Single-family home prices overall in the U.S. increased by a record-breaking pace, up 18%, and went to another all-time high. So, should you take advantage of near-record low interest rates, or should you wait out the rise in prices and wait for home prices to decrease? That is the topic of today's video. Before that, I would greatly appreciate that you consider subscribing and liking my video if you haven't done so already. First of all, the purpose of this video is not to tell you whether you should buy or sell a house. Instead, I wanted to give you an inside look into the housing market so that you can make a more informed decision about whether or not you should buy or sell a house right now. Here's what I would want to know if I was thinking about buying or selling this year. Okay, first, home prices, and as I mentioned earlier, on average, home prices are higher now than they have ever been. Since February of this year, home prices have absolutely taken a sharp move up at a faster pace than we have seen in many years. Realtor.com states the median list price for houses in Orange County increased by 24% from last year. In addition, homes are selling at their fastest pace on record, with nearly half of them selling within 1 week. Despite home prices increasing, according to a recent survey from the National Association of Home Builders, 16% of American adults are considering the purchase of a home in the next 12 months. This is 6 percentage points higher than 1 year ago, higher than 13% reported in 2019, and about the same as the 17% reported in 2018. Due to low interest rates and the lack of housing inventory, home buyers are facing stiff competition in many parts of the nation. The National Association of Realtors recently reported that nearly 5 offers were received for each home sold in March of this year. That's more than double the rate over the last 6 years. This intense competition is echoed here in Orange County. People are having to bring their A game to the table. People looking to buy a house right now who have a low minimum down payment have a huge challenge in getting an offer accepted this year. For example, the National Association of Realtors recently reported those putting down at least 20% increased to 48% in the first quarter of 2021, 46% in 2020, and the 40% in 2011. In fact, the National Association of Home Builders recently reported that almost 72% of new home sales in Q1 of this year were from buyers using a conventional loan. In contrast, only 19% use an FHA loan, and only 4% of new sales were from all cash buyers. Well, the good news for home buyers right now, though, is that new listings have been increasing. The caveat is, listings are up by about 40% compared to a year ago, but when you compare it to 2017 to 2019, we're still short about 117,000 new listings nationwide and about 19% below the activity seen in 2019. Further, our total active inventory remains just over half of what it was last year. Some people have been saying that inventory is going to increase once the mortgage loan forbearance program ends for homeowners. So, forbearance is when a homeowner gets permission from their lender to reduce or eliminate payments on their home and has been mandated by the government due to COVID. However, what I'm seeing so far is that homeowners are not selling their houses en masse once their forbearance plan ends. The Mortgage Bankers Association reported just this week that out of all the people who have ended their forbearance plans, just 7.5% of them sold their houses or did a refi. So that means a huge majority seem to be carrying on just fine. Will more people sell as time goes on? We'll have to wait and see. One thing that came up though at the beginning of the month was the Consumer Protection Bureau of Finance proposing with FHFA cooperation to delay the end of government-mandated forbearance plans from June of this year to January of 2022. Further, from the mouth of a very large lender caliber, these lenders will do what they can to prevent any such tsunami from happening, even potentially buying such homes if it comes to that. So if you're trying to call a wave of foreclosures or sales because forbearances may or are ending, good luck with that ever-changing date and the powers that be having their say. Here are some top recommendations for homebuyers right now. First, overall, home prices increase in the long run, but it's entirely normal to have years of home prices going up, followed by home prices going down. But it's anyone's guess when home prices will go down. If I knew, I would definitely tell you, but I'm not psychic, and I wish I was. My second recommendation, and this is probably the most important one, if you're looking to buy or sell a house, make sure you hire a qualified real estate agent with the right team backing them up. This is absolutely crucial given how competitive our real estate market is. For those of you who know me, I'm a licensed realtor in the state of California, but I only serve in the Orange County area. There are members on my team who serve Los Angeles, Riverside, and the San Bernardino counties, so that's why I teamed up with the Kohler Group on buysocal.homes, because we have the best experienced agents and team I have seen. We are part of Zutilla, a brokerage ran day-to-day by a team of women with the best integrity around. Anyway, on the website you enter some basic information online, and for free you will get instantaneous new listings by setting up e-alerts for homes you want to see. As soon as you see these homes pop up, you can let me know, or I might have already seen this because I'm your second pair of eyes, and we can move on it like you need to. The service is 100% free. All you have to do is go to james.buysocal.homes and get started. Of course, you can ask me directly for any assistance on the website. My third recommendation is that before you start looking at houses in person, if you're a home buyer, is reach out to a local loan officer and get pre-approved for a mortgage. The best resource for this is to ask your real estate agent for a referral. More than likely, your real estate agent will have a loan officer that they will know will serve you well and offers competitive interest rates. I have at least 3 off the top of my head that I could recommend, and more that I wouldn't recommend. Here's something I believe to be important. Talk to your lender about what mortgage payment you're comfortable with, and then we go look at the houses based on that number and not the maximum that you're qualified for. My fourth recommendation, don't use all your savings in order to buy a house. Financial experts recommend that you keep at least 6 months of expenses saved up that you will not touch. I personally would go above and beyond that and say 12 months, and I say keep this emergency fund in an account that you do not access directly. For example, rather than keeping any funds in your checking account, I recommend placing these funds in a high-yield savings account you would have to transfer from to your checking account to even access these funds. Buy or sell a house when it's right for you. Be careful when someone tells you now is the right time to buy or sell a house. Buying or selling a house is one of the biggest financial decisions to make in your life. Make sure you surround yourself with experienced and trusted advisors. That's tough, but I will gladly give you basic information that will not lead you astray. My job isn't to sell homes, it's to represent your interest when selling or buying a home with you. I also see it as a calling to better the world I live in. Many agents don't seem to care as much, especially with the shoddy paperwork I've seen in so many transactions. Lawsuits are up, guys. Getting a good detail-oriented agent like myself will save you stress and headaches years down the road. Stay informed about your housing market. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe and like the video. Feel free to comment. I'd love to see your perspective. You can also follow me on Instagram for savings accounts with good rates. I'm Agent James OC. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing your feedback and a happy transaction. Take care.